Sikkim, a land of incredible variations. From the tropical to the alpine, this small state is one of the most valuable biodiversity hotspots in the country and possibly even the world. It is in such a backdrop that a quiet revolution is taking place. Sikkim is turning into a green state and creating for itself a unique identity in India through floriculture.
We want to project Sikkim state as a hub center for floriculture activities. Like we see Netherlands in the Europe. Accordingly, we want to project Sikkim especially for the northeastern and the eastern states as a floriculture hub. So the idea is that we are hoping that lot of traders, lot of growers, lot of buyers related to floriculture will be visiting, and for them it will be a very big business. It will make a very big business sense for them.
We have the tradition of growing flowers. We must say that the culture of growing flowers is ingrained in every blood of the Sikkimese farmer. Besides being the first organic state in the country, this Sikkim state is going to become the first floriculture state in the country as well. That is the vision of the government. The flowers that we grow here in our state are far superior in terms of quality as compared to the flowers that are grown in other parts of the country. Like for instance, let's take the example of rose. The rose buds which we are getting here in our state are almost double the size of the buds that are found grown in Bangalore and Pune. These are the two rose hubs of the country. Of course, in terms of quantity, production, we are little less because there is an inverse relation between quality and quantity.
Pranita Pradhan and her husband started growing roses 10 years ago following a government-initiated scheme.
Floriculture plays a very important role in our lives. When the conditions are right, we sell about 500 to 1,000 rupees of worth of roses every day. We are successful today because of our involvement in floriculture. There was a time we lived in a little shed and did not have enough to feed and clothe ourselves properly or fulfill our little desires. We are now financially stable. We have a proper house. Little sheds that we lived in have slowly disappeared and small buildings have taken their place. People in this neighborhood who had little only 5-6 years ago now own cars. They, like us, have been able to send their children to good schools and even have a bank balance.
Meena Rai is a single mother with 4 children to look after.
I started my floriculture business with 600 rupees. The government provided me with a greenhouse and the seeds for the flowers. Initially, I was not confident at all and did not think I could depend on selling flowers for a living. I was wrong. 7 years on, these flowers help me run my family. Our needs, food, clothes, the children's expenses, all come from my flowers.
We have provided them, all the input facilities like greenhouses, bamboo type greenhouses, tubular structure greenhouses. We have also provided them planting material. We gave them in-house planting material also, imported planting material also, and then we gave them input support for a period of 1 year or so. And lastly, what we did, we helped them in marketing of the products.
Floriculture in Sikkim revolves around cut flower varieties like rose, gerbera, anthurium, carnations, lilies and alströmerias. Among all the flowers found in Sikkim, orchids are the most treasured. Sikkim has over 500 species of orchids, and floriculture here revolves mainly around the glorious cymbidiums.
why the Cymbidium orchid is special in the context of Sikkim is because it is an orchid which is exquisitely beautiful, rare, and commands very high price in the international market. Further, Cymbidium is one orchid which cannot be grown anywhere in the country except in the hilly regions, in the sub-Himalayan belt areas, in the states of northeast and maybe states of Himachal and Uttaranchal. But even in these states also, this orchid is still new. It's a novelty item, but it is only Sikkim in the entire country is the only state which has the biggest production farms of Cymbidium orchids and is the, so to say, as of today, the largest producer of Cymbidium cut flowers.
I'm Kesang Lachungpao, working in the horticulture department as a horticulture development officer under Floriculture section. So our basic work is, to train the farmers, to identify the beneficiaries in the villages who are interested in taking up floriculture. We give them exposure trainings, we give them classroom training as well as field visits, and then we even teach them in the field as to how to grow the seedlings right from the initial stage till the flowering stage.
Neighbors come in droves to see my orchids when they bloom. Some of them can't believe that the flowers can be so beautiful and so colorful. Some people think that they are fake and that they are made out of plastic. Even I'm taken aback by the beauty of my flowers every time they bloom. Growing orchids can indeed be a very profitable venture. I bought these young orchids via the internet. They are black orchids from Australia and I paid 20,000 for them. I know they'll prove to be a good investment for the future.
The department has even initiated a tissue culture development center at Runtik. The main objective of having a tissue culture lab is because to cut down the cost of planting material. So just to minimize the cost of each seedling that we provide to the farmers, the main tissue culture center was developed. The department is right now, selecting the mother plants, the varieties which are very good, right from standard as well as intermediate and miniature. You will be amazed to see that there are more than 2 lakhs of seedlings. It's ready for disposal. Whatever we have studied, we are able to implement it practically on the field. By growing plants, not only you earn money, but also you have the sense of compassion and love towards nature. Means all these aspects. So it's an overall development of the mind, I feel.
Land holding in Sikkim, most of the farmers are small and marginal farmers. So land holding is very small. So accordingly, you will not believe in a 500 square meter of greenhouse, a farmer can easily 1 lakh per annum, more than that. So rather than going for cereal crops, where even 1 lakh one cannot earn even in 1 acre of land, here in a small area of 500 square meter, floriculture is very much effective.
Villagers, especially the unemployed educated youth who have the potential to generate self-employment opportunities, are to be self-employed in their own enterprises, and that's where floriculture ranks in the highest order. Floriculture is one sector which can fit in extremely well with tourism, in the sense that there are new concepts coming up like floritourism, agritourism, and this is an opportunity, an emerging field where our youths can start working towards for building self-employment opportunities as well. And this is one sector where individuals can make their own earnings and can make progress in their lives.
We are hoping that lot of traders, lot of growers, lot of buyers related to floriculture will be visiting, and for them it will be a very big business. It will make a very big business sense for them to participate in this floriculture show, have some concrete tie-ups, and Sikkim will be surely a hub center for the floriculture activities in the future.
In harmony with the vision of the government, I would like to see Sikkim grow as a beautiful floriculture state where every farmer should be growing orchids on commercial scale and should be selling flowers, and Sikkim should be the investment destination for the entire floriculture industrialists of the world. They should zoom into Sikkim for investment into floriculture.
The seed of floriculture that was planted by the government is now in bloom. Sikkim has the perfect climate for growing flowers. The growers here are technically very skilled, and the infrastructure is in place. For those with an interest in flowers and floriculture, Sikkim awaits you.